Good morning, everyone. It is a lovely Sunday morning in the quarantine, and I wanted to do a little more, a closer tutorial on how to create a coil to avoid any struggling for those of you at home. So, just have a whole bunch of clay that I've been working with and just putting back into the bag. Just grab that. And you will see in my next video that I wasn't working with that much water when I was making my coil work. Um, I want to show you a little bit the best ways to deal with your coil as it dries out. When you build your coil vessel, you want it to be firm while you work on it. This is my coil vessel that I've been working on, and I'm actually letting it firm up right now. The reason that you want to do that is because if you keep adding a whole bunch of wet coils, the weight of the clay is going to cave in on itself. So you will find when you're working on it that it's just getting a little bit too wet. That's when you just want to put the plastic on your coil piece, on your coil pitcher, and just back off for a day. Anyways, getting to more of the point for this little tutorial was making a coil. So as you saw, I just grabbed off the clay from the bag, and I am going to just squeeze with my fingers and my palm in this clay into a longer, super thick coil. Be way too thick right now. Okay, so that's a pretty good starting point. That looks like it's about almost an inch and a half or 2 inches thick to start. And I'm just going to start by using the pads of my palm to roll the clay, starting in the middle. Now I'm going to take both pads of my palm right here, and start from the middle and kind of roll it out at both ends. So in the middle and rolling it out. Because my coil is so thick, it's going to take a little bit more time to roll out. Any sort of little cracks or bumps or anything like that, I can just take time to smooth out a little bit. And now I can feel the clay kind of sort of feeling a little bit sticky on my palms. And I also see that the clay is sort of kind of tearing just a little bit from dryness right there. Oh, that's hard to find the camera. There it is. So I know it's getting dry because I'm working it. Any little ends that aren't working, just pluck those off, get rid of those. It just got a little bit too thin, so I don't really feel like trying to salvage that. I'm pressing down on the parts of the coil that are a little bit thicker, just paying more attention to the thickness and trying to compress the clay down into the thinner points, like right here. So I'm trying to keep that continuous, that thinness continuous. Okay, so it's getting a little bit dry, and I know I want to maybe roll this out another ½ inch. So I really recommend having a water bottle at home. It's really great for even spraying and even moisture over everything. If you don't have a water bottle, you can just use your hands in some water and flick like this. But I definitely just prefer this because I go just a once over with that, and it's a little bit faster and more efficient. Oh, I think my cat might jump on the laptop. Nope, she didn't. Just curious. Okay, so one thing I like to start doing at this point is I like to hold the coil on one side, and it kind of just gives it this, the gravity gives it this weight to kind of pull it a little bit. So I sort of pull and I roll out one side, and this helps me get that thinness faster. Plus I'm also running out of surface area on my table. So I pull it and roll it, press it down on the table. Then I'll just flip that over like this, and I'll pull it and I'll roll it. So yeah, I can keep on taking my time to do that. So that's an example of how to roll out a nice coil that has a consistent amount of moisture that's not too much and not too little. Now I'll show you another really quick way to make a flat slab. I mean, like I said, I think I said in the next video that I would like you to try making a circular coil just for the practice. But if you want, you're welcome to use any types of coil on your pitcher. So I'll show you one other method that goes a little bit faster, and it does save you some time rolling with your hands. So this is great if any of you have any sort of wrist problems, or there's some type of, you're not feeling like that really tedious motor function. So once again, I'm just clawing off the clay and I'm just adding it to make a longer cylindrical shape. Now this can be, you can start off really thick with this. So what's gonna happen to make this flat coil is you just kind of roll it out a little bit, not nearly as much as this one. After you condense the clay and make sure that there isn't any cracking, you can then take this fat part of your fist and you can smash that down. I kind of like to smash it at an angle going this way. That way you can stretch out the coil and create some length. And then you have a coil that is like a long slab. So that obviously goes much faster than the circular one. And that is my demonstration on how to make coils. Thanks.